Hello, hello, my friends. If you're here from the future, I hope the future is well, and so are you. I'm back with some Dwarf Fortress today. We're gonna spend a little bit of time paused because we lost some progress yesterday. But now, at least, we know what we're doing. Let's see, it was 2 spaced. Something like this. We'll make it even better this time. Didn't really intro, but basically this is going to be the butchers. We saved a few dwarves by reloading. I'm pretty sure some of them because of the local legend, and some of them because I flooded the well on accident. It was a stupid mistake. It shouldn't have happened. So we'll have to rebuild the barn because we made some progress on the barn. I know we placed some blocks yesterday as well to make this area nicer, but we're gonna prioritize the barn. Kind of make it a speech bubble-like shape, branching off. Because we're gonna have several layers over here. So if something breaks past several of these doors, then we have different problems than the fact that the stairs are right there. Okay, we'll fill that in. We're gonna fill these areas in. It will be a barn. Okay, so this is gonna be the butchers. Next to it, I would like to put another kitchen. And then probably right here, we'll have a dining hall. See, normally I like to do like up here where I connect it in the back so they can just bring more food out from the back. Here they'll have to bring it across the hall, but it's a dining hall anyway. It'll all be close enough. This one doesn't need to be all that big. I think we did... No, we don't have a cook hall, it looks like. We could make the one down here the cooking hall. But we'll have to make it so that it's locals only. 8 by 17. Nice big one. Then 16 by 9. How many in is that though? 4. So 4 Ugh, how am I gonna line this up? There. I can line it up. I nearly had it. I nearly had it. Just, winging it. I did make it too wide, though. Four and four. Okay. At least these are close to each other, so it's easier to line it up still. I did that in a more difficult way than I really needed to. Kind of just goes like that from there. So this part is easy at least. It's kind of like pixel art. Like if you've ever done spriting. Kind of like that. Hello from the future. 2 hours of progress to remake up. Indeed, but also I figure it'll go a lot faster this time. Because I already did it once. And, I mean, maybe that means less dwarves will die along the way, you know? See, I made this one kind of weird. I'm gonna make this a big old dining hall for all the dwarves that don't have their own, so they don't have to feel jealous of each other. Alright, I want that to kind of go back behind a bar kind of thing. I mean, I could just make it a tavern. Locals only tavern. Yeah, that's the shape I want. It's kind of a weird one. Kind of a weird one. But I can see it. I can see what it will be. I think it'll be cool. I don't know what it'll look like on the mini-map, but I think it's gonna be a cool dwarf area. I mean, I guess some humans have joined the fort at this point. They like us. They like us. We still need to replace these doors, too. We did quite a few things. Now, another thing that I learned is I want us to actually go through the well and, like, drain it this time. Like, I'm gonna let it go all the way through the winter. I'm gonna make sure that we have drink. But our dwarves are gonna have to go without baths for a little bit, potentially. Because we need the ability to drain the well if we need to. It just needs to be a thing that can happen. That will take some time to naturally empty anyway. So I can figure out the design before then. Let's see, we might have enough blocks to do this area anyway. I think we can do it all. Alright, we're digging out that area, so we should be getting some blocks out of that. Oh yeah, we flattened this area as well. Which won't get us more rocks, but it looks like we already dug out the area. So all of these are going to be made into blocks, except the metal ones, the shiny rocks. Guy just disappeared in the herd of dogs. There he is. It's interesting to me that the dogs are all kind of huddling in one area, even though they can run around a lot of this place. They just want to be there, though. I guess it's kind of their own area. Not much bothering them there. Alright, and then we're gonna have a bunch of animals to pick through as well, because that's another thing that we did yesterday. I remember traders showing up as well. Eventually, we will be able to get rid of the broken clothes, I think. Oh yeah, the stockpiles. There was something funny about these as well. I do find it really strange that ash is under bars, but apparently they do make bars out of them. Oh yeah, the bee sickness, that was kicking in. Like, one more person will die of that. And the tombs, yes. I had to check down here. It looks like that was saved. That progress was saved. Make sure there's somewhere for pets to be brought as well. Do we have any more statues to place? Nope. I like that the monkey's visiting our sculpture garden. These are all of the named animals' statues. We couldn't really name them. I mean, we can. Okay, I'll have to name them from now on. This one is a goose named Pig, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's a goose named Pig. This one should be a pig named Goose. Yes. Ah, I had no idea I could name these statues. This will help us going forward. The comedic friend. This one is the final alpaca, I'm pretty sure. A hen. The hen is laughing. I think this was Hentown. I'm not entirely sure though. Alright, going forward, I will be naming those so we can keep track though. Yeah, if you're noticing a little bit of lag, it's because of all of these animals, and that's why I'm connecting a butcher's to the barn. Death. This is truly horrifying. Yeah. If I remember correctly from the symptoms, it was a really bad way to go, the bee sickness that they get from the frozen extract from the particular forgotten beast that we killed. Alright, so they're starting to build that up. Strange stuff going on in the stairwell. I know that our local legend likes to throw things. Well, she gets embarrassed about it. But then she does it again. Alright, we expanded this stockpile as well. Oh, the wind is crazy today, so my cat's kind of spooked. She's trying to get cozy. Then we had more capybaras. Just trying to remember like everything we did yesterday. Yup. Looks like it doesn't actually list that it's a baby. It just showed that it was a teeny one. Don't want to put them too close to the bears, just in case. Apparently the bears are kind of angry. There's another monkey, which the dwarves do seem to like. A lot of birds, I remember that. Alright, I'm gonna let them keep going. They have a lot of things they're assigned to do. I remember messing with this stockpile too, because they weren't storing everything that I wanted them to on here. And we only have them accepting certain kinds of things, so Just gotta make sure they don't put any bins there. We're lucky that that frozen extract made them, like, puke so much, because they didn't leave the frozen extract everywhere. They weren't covered in it. They were just covered in puke. Alright, last time this was a whole ass pain. Because this block in particular, they do not want to let us build. They have escaped. He's winded. Oh man, sucks to be this guy. His job is mining, and he's got sutured lungs right now. Looks like they're recent. They suspended the construction again. Resume it quick while there's nobody there. Alright, this, I wanted them making more stuff. I'll just go along one by one while they get done what I've told them to get done. Not infinite. 20. 2-0. Cave crocodile and the troglodyte fighting for their lives. The mining guild established again. That's another thing they had us digging. Oops. That's what I wanted. There we go. Now, each time they're making stuff, they will just be making more of it. Don't pause. Did not mean to pause. It will eventually stop lagging. We just need to kill enough creatures. Alright, now pause. Just gonna get a look at all this. Okay. They need to make more blocks. We'll just have to give them time. At least they can grab these blocks and just take them right over here. We can find a quiet area to observe. Last time it got busy around the well. I feel like it's definitely not going to take us 2 hours this time. Beyond the stuff that hasn't happened yet in this world. Like, we're down to 9 very unhappy dwarves again. Just waiting for the local legend's next tantrum because we know it's going to happen. We know it's going to happen. Okay, did already change that. And there's the Miners Guild. Just as they're finishing up digging that, at least. $12 by $9. $14 by $7. Then this little thing. If I'm remembering correctly, the engravings didn't do it. But placing like a pedestal in there did. Okay, I'm gonna help them out over here. That looks pretty bad. I think just nobody wants to be in there when there's a miasma in there. I can hardly blame them. Couldn't find the source of it though. Okay, another thing that I would like to do. Let's see. Dense flora fungus. Silt. We got silt. We got... That's just straight up sand. Well, let's collect it then. Actually, is there somewhere down here that I can collect sand? That would be even better. It's like, we could keep some of this sand. We could keep a sandy wall here. Let's make it there for now. It's a place to collect sand. We've got bags being made here, or at least ordered to be made if we need them. So they will collect the sand in the bags, and then I think we need a special place for it. Glass furnace, there we go. Now we're gonna need the fuel that we're making over here, so we can, at least for now, until we have an area powered by magma, We can stick that there. You know what? We've got lots of iron. Let's use some iron. They are still fighting down there. The battle is legendary. Miners Guild. I know, Laurel. It is some crazy wind. Can hear the windowsills like flexing. Miners Hall right at the top. We actually didn't space it out enough, but that's alright. That's alright. I'm beyond worrying about that kind of thing right now. We do have enough blocks though. So we can start doing these. Actually, I'll double layer the wall here, like I did last time. Alright, we got this made. We can start collecting sand. Monthly, we'll collect some. We'll put it here for now, if I can find it. Where would sand be? It's not a block. It is a rock. You know, I would think it would be under here, but clay's there. I remember sandbags being in a weird place. It's not finished goods. It's furniture. Yeah, sandbags are actually allowed here already. Fair enough. It's where they're ending up anyway. Alright, I want them collecting sand. I would like them making blocks for me. And that will save us some rocks. I do wonder if they'll actually go through the sand, like if they'll use it up. I haven't done enough with sand yet to where I'd notice something like that. Okay, just somebody wants to stay here to study. I'm like, surely you don't want another guild hall already. Come on, guys. Will it let me do this yet? Yeah, it will. Okay. They can access enough of it. Alright, we are actually storing the ash here. We've got lye. And the last time, the tallow started building up as soon as I opened this up. And put a butcher's hall in here. See, already we have more than we had last time. This had not been dug out. I think we'll have tables and chairs and stuff like that too. Kind of just want them to smooth everything and put down the engravings first, though. That way we don't have to pick anything back up to achieve that. Again, quite busy here. Part of this is the birds. Honestly, the murder chicken could do some work and nobody would even notice. I feel like they started hanging out by the well a lot more once there was soap there. I find it interesting that we can't smooth out the blocks. Like, I guess they're already smooth blocks.
Where are you going, kitty?
Oh, we're down to 7 very angry dwarves. 7 grumpies. Oh, not quite enough. They're actually dropping them off at the stockpile, not just taking them straight to be made into blocks. I have a peek at the local legend. It's been quiet. Okay, she's playing. She's hanging out. She saw a dwarf recite constructive punch. She's embarrassed. She raged, reliving killing somebody. Ended up having to drink vomit again. That's probably because of the beast sickness. That one, for once, was not her fault. There's a buzzard messing with them. The last thing she threw over here, a toy hammer. She's learning how to throw her weapons, which is kind of awesome. Like, that's a terrifying skill. She is going to be a barbarian. Now she's adding range to her way to kill things. Absolutely. Don't I think that that's a problem? Yeah, she's been learning how to throw things for a bit now. Let's see, where's she at? Adequate thrower now. She was a beginner before. Where is it? She's an adequate archer and an adequate thrower. So it's counting. It's counting. She's getting rusty at kicking, though. It's gonna be great when we can add her to a squad. Why are blocks ending up in here? A change of shift there. Interrupted by buzzard. Where is it? Are you outside drinking? Where is Sarvesh Labor Coastal? I cannot give in to sadness. Where is Sarvesh? Who is Sarvesh? Might be their cousin they're talking about. It's only what I'm seeing there. I drank foul water, how disgusting. Drinking water without a well. We definitely have water in the well. So they might be going there just because it's closer. I have it marked as a water source. Alright, I'm gonna put the butcher shop here. Uh-oh. Oh, the buzzard. Somebody's fighting the buzzard. You're in a tree and you're dizzy. That's a rough combination right there. Elite wrestler. Alright. You don't need a weapon. Local legend's throwing a tantrum, but she's outside? Or it started outside. Where is she? How did I know? She's interested near a splendid bridge. She liked our bridge. Must be the door here. So she's ashamed after throwing something. She is starting a fist fight with an ewe. She was near to a trade depot. It's interesting. So what's your plan here, girl? What is that? That symbol there, like, I don't think I've seen that before. She stands up. Okay, okay. Somehow. Okay, she's destroyed it. That's why. That's why. Okay. Everybody knows who it was. Everybody knows. We gotta rebuild the trade depot because of her now. It's a fun new color at least. Oh, that buzzard is trying to steal our foragers. No, not the bridge, the trade depot. She was we're lucky she didn't destroy the bridge. Actually, she was interested in the bridge as well. She destroyed the trade depot, which she also decided was interesting. I was near to a trade depot. It's interesting. And then she absolutely destroys it, but that's not in the log. Just her beating the crap out of a sheep. I don't like that she's going after the animals. Like, I think I like that even less than when she was just going after the dwarves. She straight up killed somebody's pet cougar. It's starting to be that the animals in the cages are safer. Alright, I'm gonna change the ability to store sand there. Yellow sand and black sand. We have different kinds of sand. I think we've bought it with some of the big orders. Yeah, we've definitely got lots of different kinds of sand down here. Let's remove their ability to store it there. And they should bring it up here. Have it close to our glass furnace. I created this nightmare? I mean, I created the circumstances in which she became her. So in a way, yes. Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong. He's got an arrow to the knee. Alright, soon. I am going to put a cooking station. Where is it? Still kitchen. There we go. I'm gonna put a kitchen in here as well for rendering the fat. And then we'll have a stockpile for all the meat and stuff like that. But the tallow should be taken over there. So I don't want to do a very big stockpile for that. Something like that for now. Till we end up with a good excess. At least they're fighting the buzzard this time. I'm gonna want to place blocks down instead of just leaving the open sand there. And this shall be meat. Over here, this is gonna be another kitchen where they can store all kinds of things. Alright, the barn is nearly complete. Nearly. It's getting there. I think I want to leave like 3 or 4 open spaces for the barn door. The animals kind of seem to go towards the entrance. They want to hang out in the doorway. Where is it? Bridge. Oh yeah, there's the caravan, and she destroyed our trade depot. Alright, construction has been initiated, but there's a bunch of stuff on it now. They're just kind of moving it off. That's good. It's working out. And instantly meat starts building up there. Okay, we don't have any more blocks. Amazing. We're at 290 population. So the fort is surviving despite her best efforts. And we've got the trade depot. Start actually bringing things there. I am not gonna go through all of the trading stuff that I went through yesterday. We will bring them some nice stuff though. And some broken stuff. It's just a lot of the broken clothes they stashed in bins amongst like scroll rollers and stuff I actually want to use. I've been contemplating a design where instead of a crafting layer like I generally do, basically all of the guild halls would contain the various crafting stations that the dwarves need. And I would just put them near the things that would need resources like that. I've tried a few different versions of it, but it requires so much forethought. Some of which I'm not familiar with yet. Like, I think only 2 other forts of mine have used sand, for instance. Where it's a really good resource, especially in situations like this where we need a lot of blocks. It's probably not going to be the sturdiest block. But on some of the inner layers where it's basically just, I don't want sand to be beneath my dwarves, it works out. I will bring them some prepared food. So we have more places to store the meat pots now. Alright, that's plenty of stuff for them to need to bring. Everybody hauling. This is nearly done enough for the animals to come back. The only thing I want this one doing is rendering fat. And then I guess I can allow fat on here too, but only fat, not tallow. How we doing on blocks? Not much. Whoa. Okay, this guy needs a cabinet. We'll put down some cabinets. This is getting ridiculous. Some of them have a lot of clothes, like... Not every dwarf has that many clothes. Where are you getting all that? Some of them are hoarding it. Oh, Stotho. Fighting an elk bird. The elk birds are really interesting for domesticating. Apparently it's quite difficult to get them to reproduce. We'll start making cabinets and stuff out of glass as well. So we're gonna have a bunch of it. Oh, all the work orders. Okay. I remember this. I added work orders to this one. Alright, that will be a start at the very least. So I want them to be producing this. We need steel. Dwarves need actual, like, decent weapons and armor at the very least if we're gonna deal with all of these goblins. And the local legend. I feel like part of the creating the nightmare process was placing us right next to the goblins like this. Every kid in this fort has had quite an upbringing due to that. Alright, they're out of those. Fisher berries, go for those instead. No rope reeds, not good. Not good. Let's go for potatoes. And I believe that I also had to check the kitchen. Yep. Few things to clean up here. So that they're only making drink with things instead of cooking with the booze and things that make booze. We'll have to do that again after we buy stuff from the humans as well. The dwarves need their drink, it's like water to them. They simply process it differently. Everything I understand about them. They are built different than humans. Alright, not quite enough blocks. They're all busy moving stuff. Still got like 300 items just beneath. Move. How are our bears doing? Resentful and hateful. Well, not exactly the best of moods. Let's see. We'll have a little overlap zone. Hopefully they get along. They are completely different types of bears. So this could go quite badly. They are all tame. Let's see. Where are my grizzlies? There they are. Haven't built up quite a... Oh, actually, they stacked a bunch of more of it in one than they did last time. Oh, nearly done. Cat Whisperer is busy collecting sand for us. I'm gonna change the labor so that they'll actually be getting things done while I wait for the broker to show up. He wants to store an item in a stockpile more than he wants to trade. Oh, did I call you out? Yeah. See, this is why I tend to wait for magma before I start glass production. But we'll just see how it goes. This is a little experiment. I would like them to take all of that, so we're gonna find stuff to pay them for. I do like the instruments, but I want to see if they have anything else for me. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but the wind is crazy today. Grab some buckets too. Oh, we don't make any whips here. We'll just grab some of them. Some flails. Morning stars. Stuff like that. Scimitars we don't have either. Their clothing is not really of use to us. We'll take some bags. And some bolts. And some arrows. And stuff to make booze out of. Now we're happy. They've got skirts too, but they'd be too big for our dwarves. Meat cleaver and a carving fork? I don't know what those are for, but I'm curious. We will take more knowledge. It looks like we do have enough for the instruments as well. So we may as well just go for it. Alright. Oh, really? Oh. Never mind about those last few instruments. We'll take those two, though. Ecstatic. Eventually, the Cat Whisperer will just get really OP at trading. Bet. I'm good. That's all. They're just good. actually gonna keep that somewhere? A stack of tallow. Alright, let's see. Doesn't look like they actually can make anything, because we ran into the same situation as before. Just gonna manually have them make some charcoal. And a tantrum has started. Let's watch her. I slept in a bedroom. I do not see the bliss in this. Didn't feel anything after sleeping in a great bedroom. Didn't feel anything after putting on an exceptional item. Yeah, she's got some new clothes. The Etenpanopu Cinemathi has come. A giant humanoid monster with 2 heads. Well, beware the local legend, buddy. He feels uneasy. She doesn't feel anything. And then she feels uneasy. Okay. She doesn't really care about anything anymore. It's interesting she's part of a group. They are apparently our enemies. Since the child is not old enough to fight yet, we'll send up a few people. They look like they're armed. Kinda just want to get whoever can get up there fast enough up there. This thing is kinda just gonna charge at us if it's anything like the other ones I've seen. Not creative, probably just gonna charge at us. It says that they're dabbling in combat skills, which is not good news for them. So, I want those blocks. Look at all those blocks. Braved plans. This thing has lived 166 years. We are about to watch it end. Terrified while in conflict. Yep, charging. At the herbalist. Come on, guys, get it. They're all attacking. Alright. Woohoo! Okay. The wrestler's scratching and punching. Drew some wounds. This doesn't scare me. After they're missed. The wrestler bites the Etten in the right upper arm, tearing the fat and bruising the muscle. The wrestler latches on firmly. The Etten breaks the grip of the wrestler's upper front teeth. We still have bitey dwarves. I've been injured badly. There is no hope after being missed again. Okay, now they're getting at it with weapons. They got spears. Nethber. Somebody's got a named weapon. They got it. They did get it. How are we looking in the hospital? How many injured? It sounded like one person got injured there at least. It's too bad our local legend didn't go to fight it. She was apparently throwing a tantrum. Looking quiet in the hospital. Uh-oh. Why was the surgeon fighting? He must have just gotten caught up in it. There was a stray rabbit next to a kidney. Alright, we got that built. We'll put down the lever that connects to this bridge, and then we can let them back in. Lever. We'll want a door in front of it in case of gremlins, so that our animals do not get squished. Yeah, it'll be a nice way for people to grab the animals quickly. We'll go through them a lot faster as far as the animals we really need to get rid of. We simply have too many. The guinea pigs I might get rid of entirely. I think I ordered it to happen last time, but I haven't done it again yet this time. But I still think that it's probably the right move. We link those two, and then we will lock that door until we want to use it. Stozo fighting the elk birds again. Alright. Let's pull them in. You are welcome in the barn. They'll be happy about that in the winter, surely. It's all covered in fungus as well. So they will be able to eat inside of the barn, even when they need to graze. Goat bone crown, that's kind of cool. I wonder if it includes the horns. Alright, we'll expand this stockpile back out. And this one too. Someone left their spear in with the meat. I wonder if they were making a shish kebab. Just like the biggest shish kebab you've seen. With a whole spear. allowed barrels? Yes, barrels are allowed there. They're just not using them much. They seem to move stuff there to condense the storage when the storage starts filling up. So like they've just put a stone pot there. Alright, how about over here? Still not enough lye containing items. We are actually rendering fat. That seems to be happening faster. We got a bunch of tallow built up here that they're not putting down. Even though it's allowed right there. Was uneasy, dwelling upon suffering a major injury and mulling over the recurring memory allowed him to rethink his intellectual values. Well, let's see. What did he rethink? Oh, tends to think before acting after seeing the goblin Stradno Riderlai's dead body in 109. He personally views tranquility as one of the highest ideals due to suffering a major injury in 110 and sees competition as wasteful and silly. I find it really hilarious that our local legend is causing these dwarves to really value peace and harmony. Like, it means something entirely different to them now. I'm gonna make it so that they store more stuff here. So we have lots of splints and crutches. Kind of just need somewhere to store them. Yeah, now they're bringing barrels and stone pots and stuff for that. There we go. They started putting it away. Rendered fat pot. We are actually building it up very quickly now. Compared to what it was. We had the soap set up for a while. Having a station where that's all they're doing, though, rather than rotating out with making meals and stuff as well, seems to help. You find it funny how the local legend hasn't wiped out the world yet. Yeah, not quite yet. I guess she's waiting for adulthood for that. We'll send her out with targets, but the next time we see her, we won't really know. She raged, reliving killing somebody. She's angry, dwelling upon getting into an argument. Content being near a waterfall, though. When that child becomes an adult, she's gonna go wipe out the elves. She's gonna wipe out the goblins and the elves. She will lead the death squad. Let's see, there was parchment we can make too, wasn't there? What do we need for that? Milk of lime, okay. What do I need for milk of lime? Quick lime. Containing items. Well, I don't have any of that. But if we ever do, we could make some. I'll set it up. I think it's certain kinds of rocks. Make quicklime, yes. Where do we make quicklime? Not there. Not there. I'm just gonna Google this real quick. See, I've made paper, but I've not made parchment in this game. Quicklime can be produced at a kiln or magma kiln. Okay. Do we have one of those? Do not think we have a kiln. That's for the, yeah, it's for clay as well. I don't have anywhere in particular that I want to put this, considering where the stockpiles are for stuff. We don't have a clay stockpile up here, so I might just want to make another section for it. I'm not sure where I want to put it. Could probably add it right here. It looks like mostly stone. Like that. Was 8 by 11. Then it would go like this. Kind of a weird area here. Like it's right on the edge, it feels like. Why is a broken door out there? I mean, throw it away, but also, what is it doing there? Alright, we'll break through there. Oh, yeah. We could put it there. Straw clay there. Yeah, I like this. I like this. We'll put it there. There's a lot of areas where we're going to have to reinforce it. It's gonna be fun. Like the dwarf fort will be sort of poking out of the mountainside. We're actually filling up on crafts over here. Nice amount of tallow building up. What's holding us back? It still says lye containing items is not enough. Which kind of feels like bullshit. So what happens if I remove that? Will they actually make some? Why is he carrying lye? Why are you carrying lye and a baby at the same time? That's crazy, dude. Okay, so somebody's been assigned to do it. We're starting to have blocks again. Merchants have embarked. Awesome. Alright. Glad to see we didn't have our trader waiting there the entire time. I do worry about that. Well, the elk birds are checking out the entrance over here. We could definitely catch some of them. They kind of try to stream in as soon as you open the caverns if they can see it. Not even to attack you. I think they're just trying to escape the caverns. I think some of the creatures that live down in the caverns don't really want to be down there. They actually would much rather be on the surface where it's nice and safe. I will jump into a cage, like, get me out of here. The quest for knowledge never ends. Tell me you're in the library. Never discouraged. Prone to hatreds and often develops negative feelings. Confident under pressure. That's a spooky combination right there. To be real. Dodok Shimod. Yeah, they belong in the library. If they're having thoughts like the quest for knowledge never ends, then they should be a scholar. What are they doing? Alright, since we've got blocks, we can start putting stuff down here. Make it a little bit nicer. Just in case anybody decides to fall asleep in the sand pit. Alright, they are actually making soap, so that may have been a little bit glitched. Because apparently they do have enough lye to be doing that. They were lying about the lye. It only makes sense. It's interesting, all of the river spirits here. Why is it so wet? The water just kind of seeping up through there's a pool of river spirits like on top of the water here. That's bizarre. Capybara. So easily broken. I must not succumb to fear. Why are you fighting? Okay, the dwarves and the capybara apparently really do not get along. The capybara actually attacked the bookbinder over here. Well, we gotta deal with it. We gotta deal with it. It's a problem. Our poor bookbinder's gonna get, like, eaten by a cappy. Can it all end so quickly? Satisfied improving fighting, at least. Alright, I'm going to actually go through this list a bit. So I remember there was a lot of creatures to deal with. Alright, we've got 4 female alpaca right here. We've got 1 male here, 2 male, and the rest of them can go. The babies will let grow up, though. I don't know if that's more or less, mister, but we'll get more meat off of them. Black bears stay, all of them. Pigs, there are many to deal with. Many to deal with. I feel like we were leaving a bunch of them because they do seem to keep the cats in line, kind of. But their numbers are getting a bit excessive and they may actually be pushing the cats out at this point. Alright, we've got some masterfully trained ones. We've got some domesticated cappies. The babies are the ones that started out as babies, you know. It does seem to help. We still have many cats, but most of them have been gelded. And look at the rabbits. They have been reproducing like rabbits. It's the ones where it's like, do I want to wipe them out? Because, like, if we lose a whole bunch of our animals, then we're kind of going to want something that reproduces quickly. Like, 2 rabbits being in our fort when we get horribly raided could be the difference between having meat and no longer having meat as a resource. Of course, we can just open up the caves and immediately a bunch of elk birds will run in at this point. With resources being this abundant, it would actually be pretty difficult for things to get that bad. That doesn't mean that it can't. Rabbits could be the thing that saves them from LL, exactly. You never know. These dwarves need all the help they can get against the local legend. Okay, that's a lot of horses. Like, a lot of horses. And this is after we've gone through quite a few. Just gonna treat them like the rest of the livestock. Even though they're horses. Sorry, horse girls. This is a horrible day for horse girls. I know. We do have a male and a female koala, if we want koalas. I can't imagine why we would want them, but we've sure got them. If anybody wants a pet koala. Anyone want to name a koala? Mules can stay. They won't be reproducing. We'll make Pepper available as a pet. Look at all those piglets. We have reindeer, just in case, you know, Santa needs some help. Yeah, we're leaving extra pigs. We need to not. There's so many. There's so many. Alright. So that should be good. Overall training, I'm curious about. Bug bats, we have some familiarity. We know a few facts about capybara training. Cave blobs. I don't think I've seen a cave blob yet. Nor have I seen Drunians. Gremlins I've certainly seen. Helmet snakes I haven't seen. Helmet snake really sounds like an innuendo. I've not found purring maggots either, but I've seen lots of dwarves who like the sound of purring maggots. Ruthers I have seen. Voracious cave crawlers I haven't seen. That's probably good for me that I haven't seen it, you know? Oh, what are we fighting? Oh, they finally hunted it down. Yeah, that thing kept going after our dwarves. Never have I seen a vicious capybara, but they don't like dwarves apparently. The one creature cappies don't like. Alright, they're definitely making some soap. How is this looking? How's the hospital looking? Do we have any stored here yet? It's mostly just the crutches and splints so far. Okay, so we haven't produced very much soap yet, but we definitely can. This one is in a strange mood. They're working, so actually, this one needs nothing. This is good news. It's when they don't have what they need that they go crazy. Alright, about 15 minutes left. What do I want to do? We've definitely caught up with what we lost. More than caught up. Make this entrance all nice. See, that one's 4 by 8. Should be 4 by 10. So we can actually just make it even. Well, this will go a little bit longer over there. Just make that whole section a bar, like a real long bar. I want to put something in the corner, like a statue or something like that. It's gonna be quite mismatched at first. Maybe we can do kind of a fun pattern with it anyway still. Don't like the chair being in the corner there for some reason. I think it's just because I definitely wouldn't sit there. I'd get claustrophobic if I tried to sit there. But who's to say that the dwarves wouldn't like it? That wouldn't seem cozy to them. They are cave dwellers. I am separated from Edom Shaftwound. I cannot give in to sadness. Edom. Edom. I don't even see an Edom here. There it is. Uncle Edom? See, I can't actually translate Dwarvish yet. Not that good. Eventually I'll recognize the patterns. But not quite. I guess he's missing his uncle. Because he's not here. Where were you trying to make that? We don't have any adamantine. Strange. Yes, I was setting up for them to be able to make parchment. Kiln, that's what I wanted. Alright, so this one we will keep clay on. This one, actually, we'll keep clay and, oh, what is it? It's a limestone that makes quicklime, it looks like. There's a few other ones that also do. We'll add it as we find them. Ah! One of the dwarves becoming an apprentice. Then over here, it's probably going to end up being finished goods. See, it says stone / clay. Claystone is something different. Maybe earthenware? We will see. After the first one is made, then we will get a peek at it. And then quicklime I would like to keep over here as well. But again, where is it? Where is quicklime? I guess we could just have them carry it straight over there. I'm gonna have a peek. Google save me. Quicklime is stored under boxes and bags in furniture stockpiles. furniture stockpiles. I see. Yeah, so it's difficult to separate from bags and boxes, apparently, that are empty because of this. Nice to know that we can get them to place empty bags somewhere, though. In some way, you know? Alright, I want to fill in these ones so that we don't have sand walls in here. And then again, some of this is just prettification. Why are you hanging out in here? I played make-believe. I'm not enjoying this. She felt enjoyment after playing with a toy axe, and enjoyment after playing with a puzzle box, though. She's just angry because she's dwelling upon getting into an argument. That's what it really is. It all begins with fire they're storing in here. It's a white spotted puffer parchment scroll. Saltpeter rollers. Written on the item is a manual entitled It All Begins with Fire, authored by Moses Zokenmistim. It concerns the classification of combustible materials. Overall, the prose is passable. Oh, she's throwing stuff and destroying thrones. She's having a tantrum. So that's what that is, that little white pick thing. She's trying to destroy something. I thought these guys left. What are they doing hanging out here still? I was pretty sure they loaded up their wagons and left, but where are the wagons and why are they here? And there's so much stuff that they haven't loaded up. Maybe they're waiting for a second trip. It was cabinets and coffers. Can they make coffers? No, they cannot. They can make coffins, though. We will need plenty of those. This will be prepared meals only. This will be prepared drink. Actually, we do want cheese as well. We'll give them some cheese and prepared meals. Sometimes you just need a snack. This tantrum, she literally just destroyed a throne. Not even the main throne, like in the throne room. So that's fine. Her tantrums are getting a little bit tamer. I am not complaining. Oh, she decided to fight a swordsman. Okay, never mind. She's like, fuck it. I'm going to the barracks. I'm training whether you want me to or not. Proficient wrestler. I actually can't wait to get her in a squad. She's gonna be training the other dwarves. How much longer before we can send her out? I'm not sure exactly. If adulthood for dwarves, as far as that goes, is 18 years old, then we should be able to put her in a squad in the next year sometime. I have improved my observation. That was not satisfying. Quite an observation. She is finding people in charge to yell at. Alright, another one wants to join for study. Very happy with that. Let's see, how many books do we have so far? 234, it's still moving up. We're having trouble keeping enough writing supplies available for them. Guy is still fighting for his life. He thought he was sparring. That was not actually the case, was it? It does actually look like things are smoothing out. So, having the butcher shop right next to our excess of animals is kind of the move. Now I know. Now I know. I refuse to not have an excess of animals, so this is how it goes. Afraid, reliving experiencing trauma. Alright, what did you make of it, militia captain? Often inflamed by hatred and easily develops hatred towards things after experiencing trauma in 110, finds helping others very emotionally rewarding. A turnaround after seeing the goblin Snowdub Rain Evil die in 104. He's always tense and jittery. He rarely feels discouraged. A turnaround after seeing Unib Gildrope's dead body in 109. Ambitious. He personally views decorum as a high ideal and is deeply offended by those that fail to maintain it. Strengthening after wearing tattered clothing. Views tranquility as one of the highest ideals. Strengthening after seeing dude's dead body. Is somewhat disgusted by romance. Values family and doesn't think one way or the other about leisure time. Alright, so once more, I need to check on our clothing production. Because we've got lots of very unhappy dwarves when it comes to tattered clothing. But look at all this yarn we have. I think we're just not weaving it fast enough. So what's going on with our weaver, Sazir? Where is he at? I don't think I've seen him yet. There's Sazir. Let's see the path he takes. This is a masterpiece. I'm very satisfied. So he kind of walked away from it, and then he walked back and grabbed the bit from there. Now he's walking back towards the stairs and back towards the yarn. So in that case, how about you pick stuff up from that stockpile? Will you actually recognize that? Or where are you going? Oh, he went in a whole circle there. Let's see. Let's see. This might be all we needed to do, is just let him know that's the stockpile we want him going to. Because there's lots of places to pick up the thread, basically. Yeah, he keeps going around towards the stairs. Like, I'm gonna go do something else. Oh, never mind. He has an utterly languid pace of easy living, calm and slow. Shameless, absolutely unfazed by thoughts of others. He's not very motivated. Sees those that attempt to maintain dignified and proper behavior as vain and offensive. Okay, yeah. I'm really not sure why he's walking in circles when it's right next to him. A mystery for another time. Let's look at that. We have soap. And we are back to the point when I flooded the well last time. So I will not be refilling it. We're gonna let them drain that. Now we gotta be careful. Yes, absolutely. In fact, we're at 2 hours and 3 minutes. I am gonna stop while I'm ahead. Thank you all so much for playing with me, though. It's like all my feelings were hurt last time. I had beast sickness. What happened there? It gave me beast sickness. Everything was bruised. It was just one of those, like, oh no, I can't believe I did something that stupid. Like, after everything we did. You're not a gamer if you haven't had one of those moments, absolutely. Absolutely. If you're not occasionally looking at yourself like, you know better, why did you do that? Then you haven't been gaming long enough. That's it. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day. Very merry time zone, and I will see you all soon.